Hello, Villa Park. We are here today with the Garden Village Commission. This is our regularly scheduled meeting for December 18th, 2025, starting at approximately 7 o'clock, maybe 7:01 now. We are here at the Villa Park Rec Center because the Village Hall is unavailable, and we'll be here for your future knowledge until the Village Hall becomes open again for us to use. So just be aware of that in case you want to attend. I want to call us to order, gavel us in, and take a roll call here. So we don't have Patrice Gallagher. She is absent tonight. And Renee Alvarez has resigned from the commission. So we have Lynn Smith with us, Commissioner Lynn Smith, and we have Commissioner Pete Soltis here with us tonight.
Present.
And we have our village board representative, Tina, help me out with your last name. I always kill
Trustee
it.
Constados.
Constados. I don't know why I have such a hard time with that. I think it's the K and the rest.
Yeah.
And we have our village liaison, Tim Howe. So welcome, everybody, and thank you all for coming. Public comments?
Got to do the roll call.
Oh, I thought we did.
No, she has to take the roll call. You have to do roll call since you're doing the minutes.
Oh, okay. So I'll do the roll call.
Yeah. So you got to call out.
Oh, okay, I get it. Patrice Gallagher. Pete Soltis.
Present.
Lynn Smith. Present. Steve De La Rosa.
Present.
Trustee Tina Constados.
Yeah, present.
And Director Tim Howe.
Here.
Okay, now you can.
All right. So we'll move on to point number 2, public comments on the agenda items, and we have no representatives from the village here today. All those viewers at home, you're nice and warm and toasty, but it's not bad in here. It's like, it's very pleasant here. So think about coming to attend our next meeting and join us. We'd love to have you. So the next point is public comments on non-agenda items. So we're just going to go ahead and keep this moving along with point number 4, amendments to the agenda. Would anybody here like to offer any amendments to the agenda? We would entertain that if you have any. I'm hearing none. Okay. Then let us. Oh.
I'm sorry. Just Commissioner Smith, I have a question regarding, question for Trustee Constados regarding a letter that was received. Would that, from a resident, would that be considered a public comment on a non-agenda item?
We could, it's not necessarily a comment, it's just, I can read it, I was planning on reading it in
In your comments?
my comments,
Okay,
yeah.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, are there any other comments about amending the agenda?
No.
Hearing none, let us move on. Let's move on to number 5, the consent agenda. Minutes from the previous meeting of November 20th. Do we have any objections to the minutes? Everybody has the minutes. I'd like to entertain a motion for...
I'd like to entertain a motion to discuss,
You first, you got to make a motion, second the motion, and open for discussion.
I'd like to make a motion to discuss the meeting minutes from the Thursday, November 20th meeting and the November 6th, 2025
Okay, why don't we break
meeting.
that up into 2 pieces and just discuss November 20th first? Is that possible? Can you amend your your motion to that?
No, I want to make a motion, as I was, for discussion of, combined discussion of the November 20th, 25 minutes, followed by the November 6th, 2025 minutes.
Okay, a motion has been entertained. If anybody,
I'll second the motion.
okay. We have a second to the motion, so that has passed. So let's have that discussion on the November 20th and the November 6th notes. So go ahead, Lynn, if you want to begin the discussion.
I have no comments on either of the minutes. I think, my suggestion would be to approve those minutes as is.
Are there,
I'm confused.
Yeah.
What just happened?
go ahead, Pete, I recognize you to
Discuss
speak.
these.
Yeah, thank you. Commissioner Soltesz, we just, can you please share why we just, we were, you asked that we have a discussion, right? Or did I misunderstand?
Go ahead,
This is Commissioner Smith, so what we're doing, the process, we have minutes from our last meeting,
Right.
which was Thursday, November 20th.
I follow that.
And then minutes from our special meeting, which was November 6th.
Correct.
These minutes did not weren't discussed at the last, so we moved it to discuss them here.
Okay.
And I made a motion for us to discuss it, and then it was my turn to comment, to start discussion. I have no comments on either. So now you would state
Okay.
whether you have any comments on the minutes, if there's anything you think should be changed.
I got it. So you're opening up for everybody, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so Commissioner,
Chair.
or
I don't
sorry,
want to speak for you. So you
Chair.
can answer his question.
I am just trying to remember.
Go right ahead, Lynn. Commissioner.
I'm just trying to remember your name, to be honest. So, yeah, so Commissioner Chair De La Rosa
Okay.
did open it up.
Right.
He opened it up, and then it was my turn to give my comments.
Okay.
I didn't have any, so,
Thank you.
yeah.
Trustee Constatos.
Thank you. Okay.
Did I say that right?
Yes, you did. Thank you. Let me clarify a little bit. So basically, when we get to the consent agenda, you want to read everything that's underneath it, and you don't have to open for discussion. It's just, I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes, okay? A and B, the minutes from previous meeting of November 20th, approval of the minutes from October 16th, and from November 6th. And then Steve would say, can I get a second? Pete seconded it, then it automatically opens for discussion, where then Chair would say, is there any discussion? If there isn't, nobody says anything, and then he says, okay, no discussion, roll call vote. And that's kind of how that works. So like, if you want to discuss it, you have to motion first to approve, second to approve, open for discussion. If there is no discussion, then just go ahead and vote. So you don't have to say like, I'd like to motion to open discussion. You just motion to approve first.
Okay, so we're approving the minutes.
Correct.
again.
So technically, your motion should just be to approve the minutes. Your motion should be a second to approve the
Right.
minutes. Then Chair De La Rosa will open for discussion and say, any discussion? Nobody says anything, and he says, okay, no discussion, roll call, and then you guys vote to approve those.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Commissioner.
So I would like to withdraw my previous motion and make a new motion to, for
Approval.
to approve the minutes from the previous meeting on November 20th, 2025, and approval of minutes from October 16th, 2025. And, no, that's not right. And from November 6th, but I do see an error. We've
Okay.
already approved the minutes from October 16th. We are just approving minutes from November 6th, 2025.
Okay, so you have amended your original motion to approve minutes from November 20th and November 6th, because the minutes from the 16th were approved at our last meeting. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Is there a second for that motion?
Yes, I'll second the motion.
Okay, we have a first, a motion, and a second. So are we ready to,
Any discussion?
is there any discussion on this?
No? Roll call.
Hearing no discussion, then we're ready for a roll call vote.
Exactly. And that's to you, Lynn.
Okay.
Roll call? Do a roll call.
Oh, I always have to
Yes.
do that? Oh.
Yeah, because you're the minute taker, so.
Okay, so we'll take a roll call.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay, so the ayes have it, the minutes have been approved from these dates. Thank you. So we will move on to item number 6, which is old business. The first point is discussion of the Julia and Villa property. I'd like to open this up for a brief discussion about what happened, and hopefully we can get some insight as to how the board reacted to our presentation. I'd like to recognize Trustee Constatos.
Thank you. Yes, the board approved your request to go ahead and take Julia and Villa property to recognize it as a park. So that has been approved. With that being said, I'd like to also read a brief letter, since we're discussing it, that was sent to me by a resident named Tony Grollo. And I'd like to share that with my commission. It says, "Hi, Trustee Constatos. I watched the December 8th, 2025 meeting and wanted to reach out about the green space along Julia Drive. As you know, I raised concerns during the campaign when political signs were placed in that park space. That area has always been a place where kids played and neighbors spent time, and seeing campaign signs there bothered me because it felt like the space was being used for something it was never meant for. That spot is personally meaningful to me. I grew up nearby on Myrtle, and my brother and I spent a lot of time playing in the park and along the creek with other kids from the neighborhood. Several of those kids, Patrick Dunn, Sean Dunn, Joshua Dunn, and Joe Degnan, I hope I didn't mess anybody's name up, have since passed away. The Dunns lived on the corner of Julia and Myrtle, and Joe Degnan later moved into a house that backs up to the creek. His widow still lives there today. This space holds a lot of memories for many of us who grew up there. I'm glad that the village is talking about protecting the area now. If anything is ever done there in the future, even something simple like benches, I think it would be meaningful to consider a small memorial bench for those kids and the memories connected to that place. Thank you for taking the time to read this, Tony Grollo." Just so you guys know, I did reach out to resident Grollo immediately, and I responded to him by saying, "Tony, hello, and thank you for your concern about Julia Drive. I'm very excited that my Garden Village Commission was able to have this space now considered a park to protect it. In upcoming meetings for this commission, they will be working on a plan to involve the residents to give ideas on how they would like to see this property set up and utilized as a park. I encourage you to come to a commission meeting to give some advice and suggestions at any time. We would be grateful for your feedback. I love the idea of a bench in honor of those memories. I thank you for this email and any future emails you would like to send me. I will mention this in tonight's Garden Village meeting at 7 p.m. at the Rec Center. Thank you again for your time and feedback. It's appreciated. He did get back to me saying that he was unable to attend today, but would come up with some suggestions and either attend a meeting or send another email. So his feedback is great. I think a memorial bench is wonderful, especially seeing the circumstances. It might be something you guys might want to take into consideration when thinking about eventually what we're going to do with that space. And obviously, a resident you definitely probably want to reach out to. I'm sure he's got several friends and other people that would love some feedback when you're reaching out to residents. So yes, I'm excited to say that the board did approve that. And you guys have done your first big milestone. And now, from here on out, it's not something that needs to be designed and done right this minute, but it is stuff that you can start discussing on and looking into on what you want to do with that. And I'm really proud of you guys. So thank you.
Trustee Constados, thank you for your privilege to read a resident's email. I appreciate everything that Tony Grollo suggested. The idea for a memorial bench is like, it's a great idea to basically put in somewhere in that area. And like you say, in our further discussions about this area, it's a fitting tribute to everybody who has lived there throughout the history of Villa Park. So thank you. Thank you for bringing that email to the board, or to the commission. Thank you. Go ahead, Trustee Constados.
I would just like to say one more thing. I was guilty of putting a sign there when we were campaigning, and at the time I did receive a comment from Mr. Grollo. I was not aware of these circumstances and why that meant so much to him. And in hearing his reasoning behind that, I just wanted to take a second to say I apologize by putting my sign there. If in any way, shape, or form it offended you or any of the other residents, I apologize for that. That's all. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Commissioner Smith.
Hi. So Trustee Constados, will we be provided a copy of the letter, and would we be allowed to attach that to the minutes since it was, or is that?
It was like an ordinance that was passed, so I'm sure you can get like a copy of that. Yeah.
Are you
Of
talking?
the letter from the
Oh,
resident?
of this letter?
Yes.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
I would be more than happy to. You can actually have this, because I have it
Oh,
in
okay.
email saved. So
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And my other question, I don't need to ask now, which was going to be the spelling of his last name. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you Commissioner Smith, for being thorough for the minutes. We appreciate that. It's not an easy task. We appreciate you standing in for Patrice
Yeah.
while she's not here tonight.
We can move on.
So, okay, so Commissioner Soltis, do you have any other comments about the Julia and Villa property?
No.
About the
Thank you.
designation? I know. I'd just like to say this space has got to be something that we keep in mind for future meetings, and something that that we need to put our heads together on what actually we'd like to propose for this space. And I'm hoping that the residents out there who are listening tonight will come forward with suggestions that they can send to us at our email address, which I don't have in front of me, but I'm looking for it right now, to be able to send their suggestions to us, so that we can put all of the ideas into a space where we could have a chance to act on it. Because like this email that came in tonight, it's a wonderful, touching suggestion, and you can send email to gardenvillage@invillapark.com. Again, let me say that again. It's it's just Garden Village at invillapark.com. And I'm sharing that from the copy of the info piece that we had at the town hall, and which is our next point on our agenda, where we had this info sheet and also the future calendar that has the next meeting times for our commission. And these are available on the website for all to see. And it's, we'd love to have people from the village come out and talk to us, especially as gardeners. Wintertime is the time to plan your garden, and like a village grows, having input from people from our community would be something that would help us all to create the best space that we can for Villa Park. So that is all that I wanted to say about that discussion. I'm sorry for being so long-winded. So then, I'm sorry, did you want to say something, Trustee Constados?
Yes, thank you. Excuse me, since we are moving on to the town hall discussion, since I was not able to attend due to being out of town, I'd like to just hear a little bit from you guys on how it went, what your thoughts are of it, what was some feedback you might have gotten. I heard and know that you guys did a wonderful job. I saw pictures of the table, and I'm really proud of you guys for that. But yeah, if you want to share a little information on, to me and the residents as well, on how that went.
Commissioner Smith, would you like to begin?
Yes, it's Commissioner Smith. I thought it was a wonderful event. Definitely a great idea to give residents a chance to interact with the different commissions in our village, and also with some of our government officials. And it was really even for our commission, being a new commission, and being able to meet some of the other newer commissions and talk to them about their mission and what their kind of broader plans might be as well, to look kind of for some synergies on working together. And definitely all the cool swag that was out. That's always fun. There was like pizza and hot dogs, for attendees. And definitely was ample space. We had it here in the rec center, so good use of our new rec center, which is, money well spent, I think. And yeah, and also there was a band that played. The band played later. I guess my only suggestion for next year is to maybe have the band play more towards the beginning, when people are kind of networking and browsing the different commission tables. And then after, President Patrick spoke, and a few other local officials, then it could end. That would be the only change I would make as far as that. But definitely was a great event, good idea. Look forward to attending in the future.
Okay, thank you for your comments.
Yep.
Commissioner Soltis, do you have any words about the town hall?
No, I don't think there's anything I could add. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Commissioner Smith?
Wanted to add too that the honey was a good idea.
I was going to ask.
And also the seeds too. So our swag was definitely popular. The honey was very unique offering. Mm-hmm. And then that was next to it. We had on the back of our flyer information about planting a pollinator garden. So that, along with the honey, was kind of a nice combination. So I just wanted to add that.
Okay, thank you for your comments.
And thank you also to Chairman De La Rosa for kind of bringing all the stuff in and kind of did a lot of the heavy lifting himself until we were able to join.
Well, I'd just like to take a moment to say thank you to the village administrative people
Yeah.
who helped to create
Definitely.
our calendar and the information brochure, which you dug up the background information, which was put into that brochure. I think it's going to serve us well for our future events. And we have leftovers. So we have leftover honey and seeds that we will, and village pens and smiling faces. So for our next event, we'll be sure to bring all that back out for our village residents to utilize. Particular comments, my only negative comment about the event was I hope that next time that they stop the running track.
Oh, yeah.
Because having runners run
Yeah.
while people are speaking is like, it's a little, I don't know, it's a little annoying. Because for me, being hard of hearing, it's like I have to separate the voices that are coming to me from the thumping going around the room. And, you know, I wasn't able to hear. It was my fault. I didn't have my hearing aid, and I left it home again, like I usually do. But, you know, it's something that I hope that will be taken into consideration for the next event, because I applaud our village for having the ability to host this event for all the village residents, because I think it's something that helps to tie the village together. It gives everybody in the village a chance to meet the different commissions that are here in town and the people that are on the commissions, so that if they have a desire to volunteer for the town, they can meet the people that they'll be working with. And we hope that there are people out there that want to come and help our Garden Village Commission by joining with us on this board. So we're looking forward to volunteers to step forward. And we also are looking forward to seeing some junior commissioners step forward. And we would be pleased to entertain any calls for further information in order to proceed with getting you in here as part of the Village Commission. Is there any other discussion about this? Because that's about all I have to say about the town hall.
Oh, we're still on town hall. Okay, sorry.
Okay, so I guess with that segue, we should move into the additional commissioners and junior commissioners discussion. Trustee Constantos.
Thank you. Yes, I want everybody to know that we do have a position open to take on another commissioner. So if anybody is interested, please fill out your interest of concern on the website and/or get in touch with President Patrick and let him know by filling out your application that you are interested. I would love to see a junior commissioner come on board. I think it would be great to get a junior involved, and I know that that would definitely be something I would love to see happen, and I know that the board probably would 100% support. So if you guys want to discuss that further.
Well, I would like to say that junior commissioner, somebody who is entertaining ideas about going into agriculture or forestry or ecology, any of the science disciplines that deal with earth science would be, this would be a great thing to have on your resume as a junior commissioner. And if you're planning on going to school, to further education, higher education, the things that you can put on a resume to help you get looked at as being someone worthy for the many positions you will be applying for. This is an opportunity to help yourself and help the village and help the place that we call home. So consider it, please. Commissioner Smith.
Yep. And I also like to add to what Chairman De La Rosa was saying regarding for junior commissioners or anyone who's looking to apply for, for college applications or, whether it be undergrad or graduate school. That type of experience serving on a commission just more broadly gives you, enhances your leadership skills. It shows that you're working collaboratively with the group to be part of the process for, improvement of your community and be really engaged, in the decision-making process. So just even, overall in general, regardless of what your field of study might be, there's definitely a value, demonstrated value that would make your resume or college application rather stand out, and even resumes for jobs too. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your comments, Commissioner Smith. Hearing no further discussion.
Just one question, please.
Go ahead.
Commissioner
Go ahead,
Soltis.
Commissioner Soltis.
Thank you. So I'm seeing this as additional commissioners and junior commissioners as in plural. So we're not just looking for one new commissioner, but potential of having more than one join us. Am I reading that correctly?
I don't think we have fixed on a number.
Okay.
I think there is a fixed number. I want to say off the top of my head, it's 5. So,
5 junior commissioners?
no, 5 commissioners.
5
Yes,
commissioners.
Correct.
Is there a number on junior commissioners?
I believe it's 1, I believe is in the ordinance, off the top of my head. So,
Okay. I'm looking for the ordinance.
yeah.
Oh, so
Let me see if I have.
Commissioner Smith,
I recall from previous discussions on this that we were looking to add one commissioner, especially now to replace the commissioner that resigned, and also 1 junior commissioner is what we were looking to add at this time, based on our previous discussions.
Correct. Because we only have 1 position open.
right,
Currently
and
4.
the ordinance does specify 5 commissioners for the commission. I'm not seeing anything for junior commissioners, though, in this ordinance. And I'm reading from a copy of the ordinance that is on our website, because that's where I printed this from.
It should be in there. 'Cause I remember we had talked about 1 or 2.
5 members, 3 terms. Well, I'm hoping that we get interested parties, junior commissioners, and a regular commissioner to reach out. I think we'd be graced to have a plethora of applicants.
It's in the training packet, maybe, too, I'm not sure. Right here.
Yeah,
But I can look into that and then let you guys know, so we don't hold up the meeting for that. but I'm
Yeah.
almost positive it's one.
Yeah, I don't see it specified, but if you, please go ahead,
will
trustee
definitely.
Constados, and research that some more for us. That'd be wonderful. Because the only other way that more people could be involved on the commission is through a task force.
Okay.
And a task force may be a way to utilize the avalanche of volunteers that I hope will come forward to participate with us, because this could be a lot of fun. You know, it all goes with what you put into it, and in terms of what you're going to get out of it. So please join with us. So I'm sorry, is that a hand raised?
Oh, yes.
I couldn't tell.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, go ahead,
So, it just-
Commissioner Smith.
I wanted to say I really like the task force idea too, for if there's like a special interest thing where you really need maybe some task force members with specialized training or talents that could add to what we're doing. And then I guess that would be a little less of a commitment if it's a task force.
Trustee Constados.
Thank you. To my knowledge, the task force are supposed to be something more like, let's say we're doing a big project, okay, and we located a park and we're doing some big project. You might want to, like, for example, I have said that I would love to see Villa Park do a handicapped park for handicapped kids. I don't think I'm not sure if any towns around us have one. I'd love to be the first, if they don't, for us to have it. So let's say, for example, that's what we want to do and we designate a spot. We might want to have a task force team that looks into what type of equipment we would need, what type of liability it would be, what type of, you know what I mean? So that may be something you would branch off a task force for, specifically just kind of for that project.
Yeah, it's a special project task
Correct.
force. That's why I was saying with specialized
Right.
people with specialized backgrounds and
Right,
talents.
and then that would
join
just
that.
be something that you guys, again, would fill out a request to the village board saying, hey, we would like to start this task force, here's the reasons why we feel we need this, and then it would come to the board for us to either approve or not approve.
Any other discussion? Okay, hearing none, I'm going to move us forward in the new business, which is the commission budget status for 2026. And I want to preface the beginning of this in my recollection of what took place at the, excuse me, at the town hall this past December 12th, where President Patrick read off, I believe, was a listing of budget numbers that were approved or going to be approved for the commissions for the coming year. And I'm hoping Trustee Constados can tell me if, in fact, that we have been given a budget of $5,000 to utilize
I am
for the coming year.
Looking through the budget as we speak, so give me a second and forgive me
You
for a moment
Take
because
your time.
it's a lot of pages.
Yeah, it's a lot of small print.
It is. But I can tell you that I do not recall seeing a $5,000 budget. But we do need to keep in mind that when the board approved the MC Square for the electrical, that we will be receiving $18,000 a year as money back from that program, and that the board did vote that part of that money, we did not stipulate an amount to be used for our Garden Village Commission. So we need to keep that in mind as well. So I will also have to ask President Patrick, if that is included in what was allotted to us. Garden Village Commission, here it is. It looks like the budget that we approved for 2026 was 2,000.
2,000.
2,000.
Correct. But again, that money from the MC Square, we would need to, in 2026, ask how much of that money are we allowed to have?
Okay. Well, we appreciate your referencing the budget numbers for us to give us an actual number. And it's something to keep in mind, too, that if our commission were to come up with a project that requires additional funding, we always have the opportunity to go to the board, state our case, build a case for the project work that we want to take on and present it to the board and ask for additional funds. So the $2,000 basically allows us to have money to expense for the various events that are going to come forward in this year, to know that we have access to funds to be able to do whatever we need to do for future events. I know that they're talking about doing different kinds of outdoor activities in the spring and the summer and in the fall. And that's where I would see some of that budget money going to. But that's, we don't have anything that is pending as far as we have before us now. So that $2,000 is a good beginning, and I'm glad that the board approved that $2,000 number. So, how about if we, can I get a,
You have to ask if there's anything.
I'm sorry?
If you guys are done talking about that, then the budget, then you ask if there's any other new business to add.
Okay. Okay, does anybody else have any other new business that we want to bring forward, that you want to bring forward at this time? No. Trustee Constados, go ahead.
Sorry. I received another email from a resident concerning the lighting on St. Charles Road. They are stating that, and I have to agree, that the lights going down St. Charles Road seem very dim. And I know that in previous meetings, lighting was one of our topics that we had picked to try to talk about for 2026. So I wanted to bring that to your attention, that may be something that you guys might want to start thinking about, talking about, having discussions about, because that falls under that topic of the 3 items that you guys had picked previously, and it was mentioned.
Commissioner Smith.
Okay. So trustee Constados, can you share that email with the commission, or?
I was trying to find it in my emails here.
And then secondly, I don't know if this is the appropriate time, I guess, to add on to the lighting needs for the Metro lot in Villa Park. It is quite dark, the parking lot.
Yes. So that was,
Although there are lights there, but they're not on.
an email that I received from Michelle. Let me see if she says her last name on it. Michelle Hanlon, Hanlon, mentions that as well, stating that were there any plans to improve the Metro parking lot, she states. She states that it is blatant, and there are so many comments online about it and about how the north part of Villa Park near the train is unsafe and poorly maintained. She doesn't feel this is true, but that it is the general impression of the people who come to our town that get off the train.
Yeah.
So in stating that, lighting there, as well as the maintenance and I'm going to say the appearance of the train station itself is going to be something you guys might want to, at some point, put on an agenda and start to look into and talk about. She goes on to also state that she would like to see, like, is there, well, she specifically talks about a property that we can't use, but says that she would like to see a property put into a dog park. Might be nice. She references a dog park. And I thought she was the one that said about the lights, but it might have been another resident that said that. Yes, that email about the lights came from Susan and Kevin Hay. And they just simply said, please brighten up these lights. The current ones do not even shine on the street. It's too dark and unsafe.
Referencing the train station?
Referencing St. Charles Road. So again, that was Susan and Kevin Hay.
Are you able to share those emails with the commission, or?
Yes, I can forward that.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Commissioner
How much
Silvers.
thank you. How much of the Metro line, where's the kind of the line of demarcation between what Metro is responsible for and what the village owns? I think it's a wonderful idea to brighten and have that station feel as safe and usable as possible. It's much more noticeable in the fall and winter time when the days are shorter. However, I'm just curious if anyone just happens off the top of their head happens to be aware of what part of that station that we own versus what is the Metro responsible for.
So, I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's Commissioner Solta, is that something I could work on for you to get maybe a little property line layout of what exactly is village responsibility and then
Sure.
what's Metro's responsibility? I could provide that for you.
Thank you. My gut tells me that we probably own the parking lot and they own the platform, the station, and everything else.
That's how most municipalities work, is that they maintain the train station maintains the platform, and then we usually have the stuff around it.
Right.
But I don't want to speak out of turn, but I just want to confirm everything.
Okay,
before I relay with you.
Along these same lines, if a resident were to send an email to the village president and say, there's potholes all up and down St. Charles, needs to get fixed, which commission would address the potholes?
Not us.
Okay, so why are we then looking at the lighting? Or asking about considering the lighting, because to me that seems that is that's a traffic issue, a thoroughfare issue. I can see hey, if they want to talk about lightings around park and lightings along pathways and so on, then that seems like that's our wheelhouse.
Yeah.
When you talk about street lights, I'm not sure. If we want to take that on, we certainly it's in our prerogative. I'm sure we could, but it almost seems like that's a department that's not so much garden village and trees and nature and so on. Although there is a direct connection between ambient light and pollinator health and all of our well-being. So I think that we should certainly be involved in conversations around increasing the
the lumens in the village and anywhere where that takes place. But for the moment, I think that if it's just an issue about, hey, traffic safety, I can't see pedestrians when they're walking across the street. I think that's a valid concern, and I just want to make sure it gets put in the right hands, the most capable hands to address it.
I can definitely ask
Thank you.
about that.
Yeah. Commissioner Soltis, I think you bring up some good points in terms of what's in our wheelhouse and what isn't. And I want to go back to maybe answering what the village property is at that location with the train station. I think the new parking lot, that's all pavers. I think that's the village's.
Yeah, parking
And
lot.
then all the other blacktop is the train station.
Okay.
But I'm guessing that took place when the property was knocked down to make room for that development, that was part of the village purchase of land that took place in there, and that paver parking lot was part of an improvement that the village did in order to move forward the development of that area. But I don't have specific knowledge of that. I just wanted to bring that up.
Great.
And also to say that there is the village app that people can use to register, a complaint about poor lighting and why lighting is poor by just utilizing the village app to register a complaint, for lack of a better word, maybe register indication of concern for an area, and the village will always give you a timetable for resolution. When you put in your original concern, they'll send you back an email and tell you, okay, we're gonna look at it, and we should have this done by such and such a date. So there's always that route out there within the village. So I just wanted to bring that up. Now, Commissioner Smith?
Hi, yes, I just want to circle back to what Commissioner Soltis was referring to with the lighting. So that discussion came up during our November 6th brainstorming session that we had as a commission. And to your point, the discussion around the lighting was more related to kind of unification and beautifying as we're working on pathway areas or parks. That would be kind of something we would also focus on. And to your point, it wasn't necessarily just, random street lighting. It was, but it was also looked at as like a unification type of feature, so you would know you're in Villa Park based on the distinctive lighting. As some villages have, there was a little bit of overlap, but we would have to have some boundaries around that so it doesn't get too far into the weeds. And then regarding the parking lot for Metra, I know I park there and I pay a monthly fee to the village of Villa Park for that Metra lot. So,
Is there any further discussion?
no. I don't.
No? Okay. So,
Right.
new business, I think we don't have any business in front of us that we can discuss here, or that is pending. So why don't we move along to number 9 to commissioner comments? How about that? Commissioner Soltis?
Just one question. Maybe it was 4 meetings back. We had public comment regarding Rotary Park. And I think we were talking about, and I'm not sure if they're the same funds, the MC Square funds earlier.
And I think there was some perception that those funds might be used to beautify or improve Rotary Park. And I just am curious, so where we left off with, and in addition to the public comment, we'd also received an email on that topic. I'm just curious where we left off, or if there's any additional progress we're making on those topics, or kind of where we stand with that.
Okay, so I will attempt to answer that with, basically, that was, from my recollection, that was the first time that we had discussed it, and it kind of ended there in terms of physical planning to get something started in terms of doing something at Rotary Park. I agree that would be a discussion that needs to take place. I would welcome that as an addition to our agenda to basically develop some kind of planning for that.
Right.
And for engaging with other residents in the village that have stepped forward to talk about doing some planning for Rotary Park to make it more, to make use of its watershed areas and all the things around it, the old trees, to tie it into a more useful park. So I would welcome that, and it's something that we can talk about offline.
Okay.
And try and put some planning together, and then get it on to our next meeting agenda. Maybe if we were able to commiserate and talk about how we can approach this, that's something that we can bring back to the board as a whole to get some input on and move the idea forward. Because if we don't do the planning, it's not going to happen.
Right, thank you. And so then formally, I'd like to propose that we create an agenda item for next meeting, or reserve an agenda spot, and maybe we can call it a preliminary conversations on planning for Rotary Park.
I'm jotting this down.
And I'll make that a motion that we include that on the agenda.
So you're going to make a formal motion to do that?
Yes, please.
Okay. Can you restate that just for the record, so?
Sure.
Commissioner Smith can-
Commissioner Soltesz, making a motion to add to next monthly meeting's agenda a Rotary Park preliminary planning conversation.
Okay, can we have a second?
A second.
Okay, Commissioner Smith has seconded that motion.
Roll call.
Can we take a roll call on that?
Aye.
Oh, roll call.
Commissioner Soltesz, aye.
Yeah.
Okay,
Vote.
I vote aye as well.
Okay.
So it's aye. I couldn't resist, sorry.
All voted and it passed, okay?
Okay, well, that motion is passed, and we will get that in for our next agenda. And before I move on, it's like, please bring agenda items forward like this, because this helps us to develop our planning ability to be able to give back to the village for giving us the space that we call home. Okay, so where are we at here?
I need to make my comment.
Oh, I'm sorry, did you have a comment yet?
Steve went, now I would go, and then,
No, we're not on that. We were on business. We haven't gotten to commissioners.
oh, we're not on that yet? Okay.
Now we're moving along to that.
Oh, okay. So that was under
Okay, so, oh,
I'm sorry, I thought we were on commissioner comments, so
Yeah,
I was
we-
launched.
we-
that was commissioner comments.
All right, and so now we're on to,
Well,
My
no,
comment.
it's Lynn Smith's, Commissioner Smith's comments as a commissioner.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, we skipped 8.
It's okay, go ahead.
Okay. I forgot my comment. Yeah. All right, let me see if I can, yeah, out of confusion. So I just would like to make a motion that we just add to the agenda for the January, or next meeting in January, to discuss planning for Julia and Villa Park. Or the, now that that's has been approved.
Okay, you want to restate that as a way that we can grab it for the agenda for our next meeting as a motion?
I just did.
Okay.
I am making a motion to discuss planning, as I stated before, planning for Julia and Villa Park,
Okay.
for what we plan to do with that, now that it's actually been approved as a park. Now we need to discuss what's next, so that there's some accomplishments, yeah.
I second that motion.
Thank you, yeah.
Didn't mean to leave you hanging.
I know, you kind of cut me off because I'd already made the motion, and then you just needed the second, yeah.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second
Roll
to
call.
include agenda item.
Yep, and just need a roll call on it.
Aye. Soltez, Commissioner Soltez, aye.
Okay, aye, would vote on that. Okay, so the motion is passed, so that will become an agenda item for our next meeting in January, which is taking place January 22nd. January 22nd is our next Villa Park Garden Village Commission meeting. Okay, so we've gone through,
Chairman Delosa?
I'm sorry, I didn't see you over there.
No, you're
Tim.
fine.
Right ahead.
I was going to say my comments. When I created the calendar, I skipped over January 1st as being the first Thursday, so it's actually January 15th will be the next meeting. That is
The 15th.
when we are, not the 22nd.
January 15th.
And I will send you an updated calendar.
Says 15th.
Oh, it does?
Okay. I'm going to have to destroy all these papers.
No, it says the 15th. It says January 15th.
Ah, okay. The ones I
I
had,
thought I just said 22nd.
Which date is it? The 15th
It's the
or
15th.
22nd?
The
Okay.
15th is the date.
Okay, so this paper is correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And I will send an updated sheet for you guys.
okay, I don't know where I got a January 20, these are,
That was the original one. I
Okay.
sent it before I looked over.
okay, well, that explains it, but, okay. Well, thank you. I hope all the viewers out there in Villa Parkland get that information. Our next meeting for January will take place on the 15th, which is going to be at 7 o'clock, just like this meeting was. And we are moving forward now because we got through our commissioner comments. I don't have any comments as a chairman. I think I've already said enough. So how about our village board liaison comments?
Thank you. I just wanted to say that I'm really proud of this commission, and you guys are doing great, and you did a wonderful job for our first town hall meeting, and I'm excited to see the ideas that you come up with for the parks, and for Julia and Villa, and also for Rotary Park. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Okay. And how about staff comments?
Just
Tim?
want to say happy holidays to everyone here. And I heard really good things about your table at the town hall as well, so super excited for that. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Tim. We appreciate your help to keep us organized. Okay, we are at item number 13. I love that. 13. 13, a little superstitious. But I think we're at the point of adjournment. If we can get a motion for adjournment?
A motion to adjourn?
All right, I'll second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion to adjourn. Let's take a vote on it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, aye, aye. All right, all, we are
Sure.
adjourned and off the clock.